was in the room.
I can't start without you. Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the November 7th, 2012 meeting of the Las Vegas City Council. Again, I want to excuse Mayor Carolyn Goodman, who is out of town and could not be here today, so we will go ahead and move forward, and I will call this meeting to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 and are closed captioned for our hearing impaired viewers. Please note some customers of Cox Communication who do not have a cable box can view this meeting on digital channel 89.5. The council meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, can be viewed on the internet at www.kclv.tv. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. For public comment related to the items on the agenda, citizen participation and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you can complete and submit to the city clerk. Cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of the chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specific public hearing items. If there's anyone present today that has need for hearing impaired equipment, please see the city clerk staff. If you parked in the parking garage across the street and did not receive a validation ticket as you entered chambers, please exit to your right and then see the security personnel at the entrance. Before we proceed with the agenda, would everyone please rise for the invocation given this morning by Pastor Joel Menchaca of the Amistad Cristiano Church. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we will continue with our ceremonials.
Father God, we thank you this morning for this beautiful day. I ask that you will give wisdom to our city councilmen and city councilwomen and our mayor pro temp as they deal with the situations of our city. We thank you for them. Bless them. We ask in your name. Amen.
Okay, thank you all for coming down. We have several ceremonials this morning, and the first one will be by Councilman Ricky Barlow, who is going to recognize the November Citizen of the Month. Come on down.
To buy me some time. Right. Thank you all so very much. What a blessing to be here today to serve on the Las Vegas City Council, the greatest city council in the United States. And I mean that sincerely. I serve with some great individuals who are very methodical in the way in which they legislate their wards in this city. And so I want to just say I'm very pleased to serve with each and every one of you here today. With that, and having said that, I have also the honor of recognizing an organization, a company that believes in making sure that their employees give back to the communities in which they work. I am pleased to announce the Ward 5 Citizen of the Month. This month, I'm not awarding it to an individual, but rather to an entire company. I am honoring an organization that works closely with my office for the betterment of the citizens in the city of Las Vegas. We all know them as our favorite coffee shop, but many of you may not know exactly how much they do in the various wards throughout the city of Las Vegas. For the past 4 years, Starbucks on Rancho and Bonanza has allowed me to host Coffee with the Councilman to assist me in providing a casual environment to meet with citizens and businessmen alike. This event has grown in popularity as each year passes and has justly allowed for my office to collaborate with their employees on upcoming Ward 5 community service projects. Through our partnership, Starbucks has assisted with numerous projects in Ward 5, which includes offering some coffee and morning snacks to volunteering with the Ward 5 Back to School Fair, and more recently, gathering groups of approximately 45 people to clean up a Ward 5 park and neighborhood. In addition to that, the staff members of Starbucks have done such an outstanding job that there was a family that drove in with their children from Oregon to participate in one of the cleanups in Ward 5. And I thought that was very, very admirable of the family who came in to participate in the volunteering of cleaning up a community. And I believe Starbucks has on their website a few links that whenever you travel, you have an opportunity to find out what Starbucks is doing out in the communities, and they provide direction as far as members coming in to participate in those community service projects. In addition to that, as we cleaned up this particular neighborhood with the volunteers from Starbucks staff, neighbors came out and they were very appreciative, bringing Starbucks juice, cookies, and danishes to basically show their appreciation for the Ward 5 staff and the volunteers from Starbucks who came out to take pride and clean up these residents' neighborhood. In addition to their volunteerism, the Starbucks on Rancho Bonanza was able to sponsor a family in need for the Thanksgiving holiday last year, which provided a family of 5 with food to ensure they had a hearty meal. They were so moved by the act of giving, Starbucks that is, that they went on to sponsor the same family for Christmas and donated clothes, household items, bikes, and ensured that this family remained blessed throughout the holiday and winter season. I couldn't allow another year to go by without recognizing this entire organization's efforts. Congratulations to Starbucks for being honored as the Ward 5 Citizen of the Month, and I would like to ask that Michelle Orlando, the Regional Director, as well as Katie Ramsey, the District Manager, Kim Howard, Rancho and Starbucks Store Manager, to please come forward, and as they come forward, I would like to ask each and every one of you to please join me in welcoming them and congratulating them for being the Ward 5 Citizen of the Month. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Okay, who's up? Okay, please do. Come forward.
Ricky. Oh, I get the microphone. We like to recognize Ricky too, because he always gives us the opportunity to go out and volunteer. So at Starbucks we have a Bravo Award that we give, and so you're receiving the Bravo Award from Starbucks for helping Starbucks to nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Thank you for always helping Starbucks achieving excellent community service in the city of Las Vegas.
Thank you.
Also, because Ricky comes to my store once a month, every Thursday, we are making him an honorary barista so he can jump in and help us behind the bar.
Cappuccino, anyone?
I expect you to be out there.
Training to come.
Listen, thank you all so very much, and I'm very honored. And I would like to present this on behalf of the entire City Council and the Mayor, this beautiful plaque congratulating Starbucks and its employees for being the Ward 5 Citizen of the Month. And if you'll look to your immediate left, we have this beautiful placard that will be placed on Main Street right outside of City Hall for the month of November, which basically states the City of Las Vegas Citizen of the Month, Starbucks employees. Congratulations to you all. Now, if we can get the mayor, I'm sorry, the mayor pro tem and the council members to come around so we can get a photo op so they can put this up on Facebook and Twitter, MySpace, and your space. Okay? Right.
Come on up here.
Come on up. All right. Thank you, Mayor pro tem. Make sure you get my Starbucks.
Okay, so tomorrow morning you'll be at Starbucks making cappuccino, frappuccino, double lattes tomorrow morning, huh? Because I'm showing up. Congratulations. Yeah. All right, good job and congratulations on that. That's absolutely awesome. Okay, our next item, I'd like to invite our Operations and Maintenance Director, Larry Hodgins, to the podium. Please give him a nice round of applause. He does a great job for us. Our city employees strive to be superheroes in the workplace, meeting our values of ACTION, which stands for Achievement, Creativity, Teamwork, Integrity, and Ownership Now. I'm proud to announce that the November Employee of the Month for the City of Las Vegas is Office Specialist Becky Sakai. Becky, would you please come up? There she is. Come on up. Employee of the Month for the City of Las Vegas. Becky truly has a customer service mindset every day when she comes to work. She is the voice and face to the public for operations and maintenance. When someone calls the service center and Becky answers, there's no doubt that the caller will be treated to a professional, respectful, and pleasant experience no matter what they're calling about. Even when things get overwhelmingly busy and difficult, Becky consistently displays a unique ability to be kind and helpful. When she's not assisting the public or internal city staff with their operations and maintenance needs, Becky's busy entering mountains of data, including time and material cost, work orders, and dispatching records. Becky's supervisor has received many calls and emails from the public and messages from city employees praising Becky's genuine charity, heartfelt concern, and honest sincerity. It's a pleasure to name Becky the November 2012 Employee of the Month. Along with this award, Becky's going to receive a $100 Visa gift card, which I'm sure you've spent already. You haven't? Okay, we'll talk later. Compliments of One Nevada Credit Union, and a donation of $100 will be made to the charity of her choice by Superpawn. She has also received various other awards from the city and council to recognize her great work, and of course her name will appear on a street sign in front of City Hall, right over here, for the entire month of November. I'd first like to ask Larry to say a few words about Becky.
Thank you, Councilman. First off, I'd like to thank the council and the city manager's office for offering this program. It's a great way to acknowledge some of our great employees, and we have a lot of them. I'd also like to thank her teammates that nominated her. It's always good when it comes from within like this. But most of all, I want to thank Becky for being the great individual and employee that she is. If you ever have a down day, just give Becky a call, and she'll make you feel a whole lot better about things just by talking to her. So she's just a great employee, and we're real proud to have her. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry. Good job. So with that, on behalf of the mayor, myself, and the entire city council, I'd like to present this, what do we call this? Award. There you go, an award to Becky for the November Employee of the Month. Becky, congratulations. I'm going to leave that here, and I want to hear from you.
Thank you. That is beautiful. I'm privileged and honored to be nominated by my peers and my supervisors, and of course, the people that made the final decision, and me being the City of Las Vegas City Employee of the Month, especially during these tough economical times. 15 years ago, I was standing in line, and this lady turned to me, and she said, "Is this the first time you're applying?" And I said, "Yes." She goes, "Well, I've been applying for 12 years, and don't get your hopes up high." So thank the Lord that I didn't listen to her, because here I am receiving this prestigious award, and I'm truly honored. And along these 15 years, I've made friends, and I've met some of the nicest and interesting people. So I feel that I've learned a lot in building good work habits and being a teamwork player, and I know that that will always be a part of me. So in closing, I just want to thank the Lord for always guiding my pathways, and I believe he guided my pathways here to work with this amazing company called City of Las Vegas. Because I know that because I've never looked back. So thank you all so much for this award.
Great job. Becky Sakai, the November Employee Citizen of the Month. So there's your award. You get to take that with you, and we'll put the sign out for you and spend that $100 some crazy way. Thanks, Larry. Okay, our next recognition, normally we recognize people out in the community, but today we are going to recognize one of our own city council members, Councilman Steve Ross. He is the president of the National League of Cities, and this is an organization that represents all local elected officials throughout the state of Nevada, and every year they elect their outstanding local elected official, and this year Councilman Steve Ross was selected as the outstanding local elected official for the state of Nevada. Congratulations. Is that yours too?
That's my trophy.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
We have to do it right.
I was just going to give him this picture. He's got a huge trophy here. Holy smokes.
What do you think?
Congratulations. And we also have a picture signed by some folks with Councilman Ross. His family is over here. They came down to recognize him.
You know, I got to say.
Absolutely.
Mayor Pro Tem, council members, thank you. It is a privilege to serve. I'm actually the past president. We just had our election, so now I'm the past president of the Nevada League of Cities. There are so many more individuals throughout the state of Nevada that deserve this. I was taken by surprise when they gave this to me in Elko at our annual meeting a couple of weeks ago. I'm still humbled by it and embarrassed. And when your family starts showing up at a council meeting, you know something's going on. I couldn't do this, and all of us do this. We do this because we care about this city. I serve in that capacity with the Nevada League of Cities because I care about what happens in this state. I care about what happens in all of the municipalities, all the small townships throughout the state of Nevada, because they're not like Las Vegas. We've got this great big machine, and they're not like that, and they need help. But I couldn't do this, of course, without the support of my colleagues. These are all past public officials of the year who are in this picture with me, great leaders in the state of Nevada who've dedicated their time and commitment to the people that they represent, and I do the same thing. I could not do it, however, without the support of my beautiful wife, Kelly Ross, and my wonderful children who stand behind me 110% going down this road. So, and also to my wonderful council members. Thank you very much. I will be passing this around, so fill it up. Thank you very much, Mayor Pro Tem.
Councilman Ross, the 2012 Elected Official of the Year for the state of Nevada. Congratulations. That is absolutely awesome. Okay, next I would like to recognize Councilman Coffin, who is going to recognize the work of a longtime public servant who is soon to retire.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the council and audience. We have a very special guest with us. You know, we honor our city employees frequently, at least once a month. We also pay special attention to other public servants here who may not work for the city or the state, but who are part of our life, our everlasting life. The people in the judiciary, for example, who work for the federal government, because frankly, the protection of civil rights and the protection of our beliefs and the Constitution reside truly in the hands of our federal judiciary. That is the place where one must go for ultimate protection. And I say that because as an experienced public servant here, I know the pressure that exists on judges, anytime you have a system whereby you elect judges, where they must go through the pains of raising money and meeting the public, but also asking for help, and the pressures that they're under, it makes it very difficult sometimes for people to get a fair hearing, and it's very difficult for people to serve in that office. And so we rely upon the federal judiciary at times, the appointive lifetime employees of our judiciary, to protect those of us and to stand up for those who cannot help themselves and who are overwhelmed by perhaps the power structure of their community. One of those individuals stands before us today, and I'm going to invite him up in a second. But I want to say this. We have been blessed to have the services of Judge Robert Johnston for a good many years, 25, not counting his U.S. Attorney service, and his wife Julie, longtime residents now of Las Vegas. Judge Johnston came to us from Ely, actually, and was U.S. Attorney for 5 years before he was appointed. I guess our public service coincides pretty much to the year, Your Honor. Judge Johnston is more than a judge, though, as a magistrate. He also has a little spare time, and in that time, he runs marathons, and he stays very active, and he wore his baseball cap over here. I wouldn't be surprised if he and Julie came here on a bicycle built for two, because they believe in exercise and a lifetime of cultivating the body that the spirit might reside in. And he's been an active leader in his church and in the Boy Scouts, so he's really been a paragon of example for all of us. And now to see him leaving the magistrate's job tells me how old I am. And certainly, you look so young, Your Honor. I wonder if you might step up here and receive this. You know, Your Honor, I'm particularly interested in your passion for history and recording the oral histories of your colleagues, and not only here in Nevada, but interesting members of the judiciary who have served our government and the people in such a fashion that they are noteworthy, but people don't recognize them. You are out there digging up their histories, recording it for perpetual time, and for that we are deeply indebted. And I know that the judiciary in Nevada could use a little looking into, and I'm sure a little history would be helpful, and we'll count on you to, uncover all the buried secrets. Would you please say a few words to everyone?
Thank you. Thank you, Councilman, and members of the City Council and Mayor Pro Tem. It's a delight to be here today and to be recognized. As I near the 25-year mark as a federal judge, it's been a delightful experience, and I've been so well treated and so graciously treated by attorneys, by those who appear. I think there are two things that I can say about the city, if the council can endure me for a minute. Number one is, of course, I deal with civil rights cases, federal law cases, but I have to comment that I rarely see the city involved as a litigant in federal court. And among local municipal entities, they are the least frequent attenders in federal court. That's a good record. Brad Jerbick probably has something to do with that. The second thing is my compliments to the city and the city council for what they're doing to Las Vegas. This is a delightful place to come and work in the downtown corridor. You know, years ago there was to be a Minami Tower built where our federal courthouse is now. It ultimately became known as the Minami Hole. And then a deal was struck and a federal courthouse built. And of course, now the whole neighborhood has changed all around us. We used to be able to go to Basso's sandwich shop. Basso is long gone. But we have Starbucks now who's giving to the community. So it's a good thing. And it's a delightful area to serve and to be a part of the community in this way with the city. Thank you.
Oh. Your Honor, you're very welcome. And if you'd like to bring Julie up here to recognize her, and I think that a partnership of your kind is an example for all of us, a lifetime partnership to serve as true legatees for the future of our town. And you're blessed to be here, and I hope that retirement treats you well. And remember, retirement does not have to be a death sentence, but it can be if you don't stay busy. So keep the history going. Keep him busy, Julie. I do want to know if there's anybody else here that you would like to recognize.
Yes, I have with me today the staff from the court, my judicial assistant, Marlene Reed, Marlene has just opened a store down in the Arts District, and Mayor Goodman was there for the ribbon cutting recently on that. And so she's anxious for me to retire so she can go run her business. Next to her is Katie Blakey. Katie is the law clerk to me this year and serves with me and will continue to serve with the new judge that comes in. Next to that is Jerry Reese. Jerry is the court clerk and deputy clerk who serves in our courtroom. And I couldn't do it without this team and without the woman next to me. And I know as I walked in, she recognized you, and undoubtedly you recognized her, which often happens. People know my wife much better than they know me.
Thank you, Your Honor, and thank you for bringing your wonderful staff here. And congratulations on setting up your business in downtown Las Vegas. I think this is a wonderful day. I'm not going to read all the provisions in the in this honorary. It is Robert L. Johnston Day here in Las Vegas, so thank you very much. Never stop.
Thanks, Councilman.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Should we get a picture? We get a picture with the judge? Yeah.
Okay, you brought a baseball hat down here, so I have to ask what the baseball hat is, Your Honor.
I'm just a guy who wears a hat all the time.
Okay, good.
I believe a well-dressed man wears a hat, but I can't afford a really good one, so I wear baseball
Excellent.
hats.
Okay,
All right,
Judge,
come on in.
Where do you want me?
Right in the middle.
All right. Stand behind you. Thank you.
Good job, Councilman Coffin. Okay, I have the honor of reminding everyone that this Sunday is Veterans Day, and that the City of Las Vegas will once again be hosting a huge Veterans Day parade. If you haven't been out to the Veterans Day parade in downtown Las Vegas, you need to come down, because it's not only a great parade, but it is a great way to honor our veterans. The downtown Las Vegas Veterans Parade is the largest parade west of the Mississippi, and it's something we are very proud of in this community. We can never thank our veterans enough for the service that they give, and this parade is one of the ways that we can say thank you. I'd like to invite Billy Stojak to come up to the podium. Billy, come on up. Good job. I want to thank Billy for taking on the parade and working with the city's Esther Carter from the city to ensure that this goes off without a hitch every year. Before I let Billy tell you a little bit about the parade and what you can expect this year, I want to make sure that everyone has the details so you can mark your calendars. The parade will begin at 10 a.m. this Sunday, November 11th. It will begin at 4th Street and Gass, and will head north on 4th Street to Stewart Avenue. Again, it's a great time to bring your family down, to have a great parade and honor our veterans. And I'd like to ask Billy to tell us a little bit more about the parade.
Well, thank you, sir. The first thing I want to say is, before we get to the parade, is I want to thank from the bottom of my heart and all the veterans' hearts, everybody at the City of Las Vegas, because this is the 15th year I've been involved in it. And 15 years ago, the parade was almost canceled. And due to the hard work of everyone in the City Council and your support, we brought it to the largest parade west of the Mississippi. And it's something for Las Vegas to be proud of.
And can I have Esther Carter come down here? Esther,
Please. Come on, Esther.
Come on, Esther. Good job.
That lady right there is the spark plug. We've had a lot of late night phone calls and early morning phone calls and emails, and she and I agree primarily that this is like the cartoon Whack-A-Mole. You know, the last 2 weeks, it's just you pound one into the ground and two more pop up. But I couldn't do it without Esther. She's the main point of contact with the City of Las Vegas, and she's the make it happen lady. This year, it's going to be bigger than ever. We're going to try and change a couple of things. I do a Don Quixote windmill thing every year. I pick a couple of things and kind of tweak them and fine-tune them. And this year, the two major accomplishments, and this was Councilman Ross we now have provided, RTC is providing transportation for veterans on Veterans Day to come down to the parade. What I call the older disenfranchised veterans, not homeless, but possibly without transportation that live in outlying areas. So he was instrumental in interceding with RTC for us on that. And from 9 in the morning till 10 in the morning, when the parade's forming up, we're going to attempt to do a little bit of entertainment. So one of the people we're going to have down there is Terry Faders coming down, courtesy MGM Properties. We had a couple other things, but I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag on that one. But, so get down there. There's plenty. I get people all the time parking. Park as you can going to downtown Las Vegas. There's several areas. Esther was able to get us the downtown RTC, the former RTC Center, to use as our demobilization point. We've got over 100 entries this year, as usual. Excellent quality, representing the entire spectrum of the community. We now have a website. For any information, we're drugged kicking and screaming into the late 20th century. So we have a website. It's veteranspaраdelv.com. And it shows the parade route, the staging areas. It's just been a wonderful thing for us. So once again, I want to thank the City Council. We have a flyover. We have a flyover. And hopefully this year they'll be on target and come down 4th Street and not Las Vegas Boulevard. When the captain called me up afterwards and says, "Well, how'd we do?" And I said, "Well, I'm glad I didn't need any close air support because you were a street off." You know? But it's a great parade, and I'm proud to say that in the past 4 to 5 years, we're having an enormous influx of veterans organizations coming from other areas, Arizona and California, to participate in our parade. And there's a simple, unfortunate for them, but it's a simple reason: their communities don't recognize Veterans Day. Their celebrations and parades have gone by the wayside. It's a very unfortunate thing, but I'm very proud for the City of Las Vegas to say we are drawing those participants. They're making the trip here to participate in our parade. It's November 11th. We set that standard several years ago. Sometimes it's on a Wednesday, sometimes it's a Sunday, and people, oh, well, being a veteran's not a convenience item. So we set the standard. The day of the 11th is when we're going to have the parade. So it's not a 3-day weekend, less barbecue convenience item. But once again, thank you very much. I apologize for being so long-winded, but I couldn't do it without all you folks. It'd be an impossibility. Thank you.
Okay, Billy, you know, you're the one that really spearheads this whole thing, and we really appreciate what you do. So on behalf of the mayor and the entire city council, I want to present you with a proclamation that proclaims November 11th Veterans Day. Congratulations.
Good. Thank you. You're welcome. That certainly wasn't expected. There's an old saying there that, and we, my partner and I, Jim Moss came in here from San Antonio. This is his 3rd year to help us marshal the parade. But we have a saying, we talked about it earlier, no matter what the wound is or the outcome, ultimately all wounds are self-inflicted. So this is my 6th year as the chairman of the parade, so I guess I did it, but thank you very much.
Good job. And thanks, Esther. Thank you, Esther. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Again, this is the largest Veterans Parade west of the Mississippi. Again, it's this Sunday, November 11th, 10 a.m. It begins at 4th Street and Gass and ends at 4th Street and Stewart. So come on out. Parade is always a great way to spend a morning, and we get to honor our veterans. So thank you, Billy and Esther, for that.
Thank you.
And our final ceremonial this morning, it is my honor to recognize November as Diabetes Awareness Month and a partnership that's been formed to address a specific epidemic of diabetes that is responsible for an increasing number of diabetes-related foot and leg amputations. The epidemic is known as diabetic peripheral neuropathy, and the partnership formed to provide early diagnosis for the disease is with the Southern Nevada Health District, the Las Vegas Summerlin Lions Club, which is very well represented, absolutely. And the Lower Extremity Amputation Prevention Alliance, also known as LEAP. At this point, I'd like to call up to the podium the president of the Las Vegas Summerlin Lions Club, Grant Rolfe, and Dr. Lawrence Rubin, who represents the LEAP Alliance. Come on up here. Give them a nice round of applause. The mission of this partnership is to administer a free foot screening for the early detection of diabetic peripheral neuropathy. A simple test for loss of sensation can detect this disease, and screened persons can be advised to have medical care before the disease results in complications and possible amputations. The Summerlin Lions Club provides volunteer members who are trained and certified to screen for the disease, and the LEAP Alliance provides the doctors who train and supervise the volunteers who perform the screenings. This partnership has averaged 12 events each year, screening approximately 25 persons at each event for a total of 300 screenings for the last year. However, the most important number is that there's been an estimated 40% of those 300 screenings that have been referred for medical exams due to numbness in the feet. At this point, I'd like to ask Mr. Rolfe and Dr. Rubin to say a couple words about their alliance and what they're doing.
Thank you very much, Mayor Pro Tem and members of the City Council. It's an honor, and I'm humbled to be here to be able to represent the LEAP Alliance. Let me tell you a little bit about the Lions Hunt for Diabetic Peripheral Neuropathy. Well, I came out here to retire. I came out here with the love of my life, my wife Arlene, to retire. But retirement got boring for me. I'm a post-practicing podiatrist. And one of the most difficult things there was to see in the practice of podiatry are people that come to you with terrible problems. They're diabetics, they have diabetic peripheral neuropathy, and it was never diagnosed early enough. So they have terrible problems, and I know we talk about some nasty things here, but having these problems is far worse than being nasty. They come with ulcers of the feet and infections that lead to amputations, all because diabetic peripheral neuropathy was not diagnosed early enough. So having retired and looking for something to do, I said, and having been a Lions Club member in Chicago and here for many, many years, I said, you know, finding diabetic peripheral neuropathy is not tough. And I'm going to show you, Mayor and members of the City Council. I have a little handle here, and there's a filament. The filament is like fishing line, but a little thicker. It's standardized. Can I have your hand? The other side of it, Mayor Pro Tem, or this is fine. It doesn't hurt at all. And we do this to the foot of a diabetic. If a diabetic feels that filament, they don't have diabetic peripheral neuropathy. That's fine. But if they can't feel that filament, they have a problem, and they're referred to a doctor. And we find these problems early. So knowing that this was such a simple test, and even the United States government advises that diabetics themselves get a filament and perform it on themselves, but knowing this was such a simple test, I said, where can we get a battalion of foot soldiers to go out into Las Vegas and the surrounding communities who will be willing to learn how to perform this test and go out and do it? 80% of the amputations that we're seeing do not have to happen. 80% are due either directly or in part to diabetic peripheral neuropathy. It wasn't hard to get the Lions Club, the Summerlin Lions Club, to agree to support this program, to learn. It's not rocket science. It's very easy to learn. If it was rocket science, they could learn it too, of course. I don't mean to disparage the Summerlin Lions. But this is a very easy test to learn. And then the doctors with the LEAP Alliance certify, watch the test being performed, make sure that the test is being performed properly. And when it is, then these members of the Summerlin Lions Club are given certification of achievement in order to perform the test. And we go out to health fairs together here in Las Vegas, and we go to wellness events. And the certified members of the Lions Club, as soon as they find a relative or a friend or a coworker that's diabetic, they say, hey, can I check your feet for diabetic peripheral neuropathy? Oh, what are you talking about? Well, you know, it could be limb saving and sometimes life saving. So this is the story behind the partnership between the Summerlin Lions Club and the LEAP Alliance. We're humbled and gratified to have this recognition, and we hope by virtue of this recognition that there will be a greater awareness of the epidemic of diabetes that we have that's causing a similar epidemic of diabetic peripheral neuropathy. We hope everyone will be aware of this and support any action that will help to save diabetic limbs. So I thank you all. Before I give up the microphone, I'd like to make a few acknowledgments, Mayor Pro Tem. First of all, and I'll ask you just to stand and or raise your hand or simply to be acknowledged. First of all, the co-partner in the formation of the LEAP Alliance, the person that's been my side and has worked harder in retirement than I think she wants to, my wife Arlene. Please, she's there. Thank you, Arlene. And then all of the members of the Summerlin Lions Club who either are certified now or will be certified, and also friends of the Summerlin Lions Club that are not members but want to become part of this program are represented here. Would you all either stand or raise your hand? Stand, please.
Stand and be recognized.
In particular, our screen team, the two gentlemen that through the years have made sure that we have places to go to perform screenings, and that's Jim Cassidy and Al Van Gordon, and I think they're here. There they are, and gratitude to them. I probably missed a few people, but most of all, we do want to thank the Las Vegas City Council, Mayor Pro Tem, Mayor Goodman in absentia, for this honor.
Thank you, Doctor. And because of the work you do, I'd like to present a proclamation to you and the Lower Extremity Amputation Prevention and proclaim November 7th by the Mayor and City Council Lower Extremity Amputation Prevention Day. Congratulations.
Great. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and Councilman. I would also like to say that LEAP is a prototype being developed here in Las Vegas that will be used worldwide. There are 1.3 million lions around the world in 207 countries. And thanks to the stamp of approval that the Las Vegas City Council has put on this program, we have an excellent chance of presenting this to the Lions International Convention in Hamburg, Germany next July. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a wonderful service. Thank you.
And again, Grant, on behalf of the Mayor and entire City Council, I'd like to present a proclamation to the Summerlin Lions Club and proclaim November 7th, Summerlin Lions Club Day for all that you do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And lastly, I'd like to recognize a couple of folks that also may be here that have been involved in this project, and that's from the Southern Nevada Health District, Raylene Ernie. Raylene is not here. Okay, and then Irene Smith from the American Diabetes Association. Is Irene here? Where's Irene? Oh, there, Irene, please stand. Thank you. Thank you for coming down. Thank you for all you do. That's the end of our ceremonials. Congratulations to everyone, and we'll begin the City Council meeting in 3.5 minutes.
Good job. And you know what? No charge because I don't have enough because I'm retired. But I can handle it.
Okay, good morning, everyone. We will continue on with the city council meeting today. Item number 11 is public comment. During this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium and state your name for the record, and we'll set the timer at 1 minute. Anyone who would like to speak at public comment for 1 minute, come on up.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, thank you for allowing me to have a word. One thing I've learned about the election is that back in 1964, when Rockefeller, the big millionaire, he ran to be president, and then Goldwater beat him out. It's not about money, and that's what I love about our country. When the people go to vote, you have all your polls saying one thing and another, but when the people actually show up and vote, that's when the real decision is made. All the money in the world can't buy a certain thing. The vote is very important, and I'm glad that the American people showed up and voted, because they made all the difference. Polls don't let nobody. People do. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak during public comment? Okay, I'll close public comment. We'll move on to item number 12 for possible action. Any items from the morning session that the council, staff, and the applicant wish to be stricken, tabled, withdrawn, or held in abeyance to a future meeting may be brought forward and acted upon at this time. Councilman Ross?
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem. Agenda item 40, extension of a temporary tavern limited license, Barolo's Nevada LLC DBA as Radio City Pizzeria on Fremont Street. Staff has requested that to be stricken. Agenda item 48, special event permit for the Bunkhouse Saloon. Staff has requested that to be stricken as well. Agenda item 61, work cart appeal, Andrea Diago at Cellar Lounge. Staff has requested that item be stricken as well from the agenda. Agenda items 66 and 68, Traffic and Parking Commission. Staff has requested that be obeyed until December 5th meeting.
And that is your motion?
That's my motion, Mayor.
Okay, we have a motion. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Item number 13 for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular city council meeting of October 17th, 2012. Councilman Ross?
Mayor Pro Tem, I move to approve the final minutes.
Okay, we have a motion. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Thank you. Items number 14 through 55, with the exceptions of 40 and 48, which have been stricken. On the consent agenda are considered to be routine, are recommended for approval by the departments, and may be enacted in one motion. Are there any items that a city council person would like pulled from items 14 through 55? Seeing none, Councilman Ross?
With that, Mayor Pro Tem, I would move to approve the consent agenda items 14 through 55, I believe, with the exceptions of 40 and 48.
Thank you. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 56, we have a report from the Las Vegas Shakespeare Company regarding the annual plan for the property located at 821 North Las Vegas Boulevard, commonly known as the Reed Whipple Center in Councilman Barlow's ward. We have a presentation about the Shakespeare Company. Come on up, state your name, and let's talk.
Yeah, this is Michael McGill with Gill with his president and chairman of the board of the Las Vegas Shakespeare Company. Under our lease agreement, they have to present an annual plan to the city council, and that's what the purpose of this item is for today. Thank you very much.
Mayor Pro Tem, Councilman, Council Lady, thank you very much for allowing me to speak to you today. A lot of what we've been up to was made public in a press conference this past September 7th, but I would like to recap for you what was mentioned at that press conference and some future plans which we find very exciting. On September 7th, 2011, this governing body, the Las Vegas City Council, voted to award a lease agreement to the Las Vegas Shakespeare Company for the building known as the Reed Whipple Center. While the Shakespeare Company maintained its planned mission with the presentation of Shakespeare productions and the annual spring musical during this past year, much of the energies of our company were spent in looking forward, formulating a strategic game plan of how to best utilize the Reed Whipple Center and best serve the needs of the city of Las Vegas. This past April came a total restructuring of our board of directors, who established new goals for revised fiscal procedures and policies, along with a sound business plan to update our 50-year-old facility. All of this was done while keeping in mind our mission statement of hiring local residents and embracing the concept of ethnic diversity in our programming and in our hiring practices. After 6 months of planning, budgeting, and establishing relationships with several strategic business partners, we formally announced our plans to the world at a press conference on September 7th, 2012, exactly 1 year to the day that our lease was granted by the city of Las Vegas. We were thrilled to have Mayor Goodman and Councilman Barlow both participate in our September 7th press conference, and also grateful to other members of City Council who attended to show their support. To recap our immediate and future plans, the $45 million capital campaign fund drive has commenced to renovate, expand, and bring the Reed Whipple Center up to 21st century theater industry standards. I am pleased to say that we have already reached 20% of our overall funding goal and expect to announce a naming grant donor by the end of the first quarter of 2013, which will take our fund drive to 70% completion. The Las Vegas Shakespeare Company has paired with Las Vegas local team of renowned Ginsler architects to conceive and design our updated facility. The current plans of the building renovation can be found on pages 6 and 7 of this brochure, and I'll leave them here in case any council members would like to peruse that. The Las Vegas Shakespeare Company intends to invoke our right, as stated in lease agreement with the City of Las Vegas, paragraph 2.4 purchase option, to start the formal procedure of purchasing the Reed Whipple Center from the City of Las Vegas by the end of the second quarter of 2013. This will enable us to move forward with finalizing planning, permitting, and construction of our building renovation. Our goal is to commence construction by September of 2013 and reopen our renovated facility with a full subscription series of plays, musicals, and world premieres in September of 2014. When we reopen our renovated facility, we will be operating as a member of the League of Resident Theaters, simply known as LORT. LORT is an alliance of 74 professional theater companies, members nationwide. We will be the first and only LORT theater company in the state of Nevada. The financial and ethnically diverse programming qualifications to become a LORT member theater are stringent, and we are proud of the achievement of becoming a member of that organization. I might just say that in the past month, not only do we have to pass certain union obligations with the various performance unions to become a member of LORT, all 74 LORT theater members have to approve us to join, and they have done so. We are now 100% a LORT theater company. Aesthetically, while we envision the Reed Whipple Center being a cultural and social center, a place where artists and all city residents can congregate in a welcoming gathering place, we believe the best cultural facilities across the nation are places where the community goes, whether you are attending a theatrical production on any given day or not, as a combined social and artistic hub. To that end, we have partnered with Opportunity Village to establish their own art gallery, Gallery OV, Opportunity Village Fine Art, to be located in our renovated building's lobby area. This gallery will be a place for the clients of Opportunity Village to take pride in displaying their works of art in what has been a dream for the Opportunity Village organization, an upscale public facility that is devoted to their clients' work. We have also partnered with Chef Mike Jordan of Rosemary's Restaurant fame to create and operate both Rosemary's Cafe and the Bard Lounge, establishments that will be open well beyond just the hours of the Shakespeare Company performances. We have many other exciting partnerships in the works, all of which are intended to make our new facility a destination that is welcoming to everybody in the city and Las Vegas Valley, a place we believe locals will want to spend some quality time. As part of the new Board of Directors mission statement, we have extended an invitation to other non-competing nonprofit organizations to utilize our facility when not in use by us. And we are doing so to them rent-free and utility-free. This is crucial to the board's mission of being a cultural center for the city and not just a facility to be used solely by the Las Vegas Shakespeare Company. On a more practical front, the Las Vegas Shakespeare Company has completed over $40,000 worth of work during the past year to correct fire department code violations, and I'm pleased to inform you that we are currently 100% code compliant with the City of Las Vegas Fire Department. While we've been planning for the future, the Las Vegas Shakespeare Company has continued with its core mission of hiring locals and presenting quality program. Currently, we just finished a 5-week run of Hamlet, which was our fall touring show that toured various city parks this year throughout the city of Henderson. We are very happy to announce that with the great help of Mayor Pro Tem Anthony and Councilman Beers, that it appears that we will be expanding next year's program into at least one, if not more, parks in the city of Las Vegas, and we couldn't be happier about that. So thank you, gentlemen, for that. Our Shakespeare in the Schools program continues this October and November with the Clark County School District, with an outreach of over 40 participating high schools in our region. In April of 2013, we continue our musical series with the children's music Charlotte's Web, where we utilize all local talent, including young and old, with citizens from Opportunity Village in our cast. Our Shakespeare workshops and classes continue throughout the year at our new facility. New plays and musicals continue to be created in our theater and rehearsal facilities, including 2 world premiere theater projects that utilized the Reed Whipple Center for workshop productions this past spring. We close this annual plan by once again thanking the City of Las Vegas City Council, our mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and all operational staffs throughout the city who have been overwhelmingly supportive and helpful to us during our first year of residency. We plan to make the Las Vegas Shakespeare Company and the entire theater complex a place that will be a major source of pride for the city and a boost to the cultural corridor in the ongoing downtown redevelopment process.
Thank you. That was an outstanding report. Very good. Anyone from the City Council would like to make any comments? Councilman Ross, we'll start with you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Wow. That sounds awesome. I mean, goodness sakes, you guys have been busy.
We have been very busy. We worked very hard and kept things under wraps, especially Rosemary's Restaurant, until the September 7th press conference. And we sort of wanted to come out with a fully realized and honest business plan.
I'm very impressed. I'll tell you why I'm so excited about this. Kelly and I just went to First Friday last week, and it has changed. And as you're looking at the people, and you're looking at the artists, and you're looking at the culture, and then you're sitting here describing, what's going to happen over there at Reed Whipple in the shortly. to come. I mean, this is a renaissance. I mean, we're getting it all. Theater in downtown Las Vegas for the people?
Right.
What a thought. What a concept. I mean, this is just a really exciting time. So congratulations on
Thank
what
you,
you're doing,
Councilman.
and I'm looking forward to hearing what the motions are going to be here.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Tarkanian?
I'd just like to say that I hope we continue being the Renaissance Council, because we have made steps where lots of people think we couldn't. I noticed some of the signage that you have up in different places, and I want to tell you that when I see it, I feel so good inside. I feel we're really getting to some very important cultural things here in the city. Also, it's wonderful that you're bringing in the Opportunity Village art selection. Outside my office door, I have one of the little paintings made by a student there, and it's really good. And for them to have their own place to show is just magnificent. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. It might be noted that we actually developed a drama program for the clients of Opportunity Village 3 years ago, which is still in effect. And that started a very fantastic business relationship between what I consider to be two great not-for-profits. And we are actively looking at more ways to help each other and support each other.
Thank you. Councilman Barlow?
Thank you so very much. Great presentation, and of course, as always, I love the arts and love what you're bringing to downtown for the entire city of Las Vegas to enjoy. You know, far too often we think that just because a specific organization or company is located in a specific geographic area, it only service that surrounding area. But in this particular case, when it comes to the art, you reach out as far as Henderson and beyond, as relates to not only the communities in which you serve, but the individuals whom in which participate in your company as well. And so for that, I'm elated. I'm still trying to figure out how to work with the city of Las Vegas to get some of the theatrical plays in our parks in the city of Las Vegas, and not pull them out of Henderson from where you've been for the last 15, 20 years, but participate and expand into the city of Las Vegas so that we can have some of those great theaters inside of our parks as well, because you do know that the city of Las Vegas has the most pristine and the most recognizable parks and state-of-the-art equipment inside of our parks. And so we want to make sure that we make room for your company to come in and bring some of those activities inside of our parks as well. So
We would welcome that opportunity, Councilman.
thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Councilman Beers?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Mr. Gill, could I ask you to take your folder and set it on the table over there so that we could get a look at it on the over, just like face up, right there. No, just drop it down. Nope, right on the table. We got a camera overhead that'll take a look at it. Over in the, there we go. Upside down. Turn it, there we go. Man, that's cool. The first time I saw that logo was at your all's press conference over there a couple months ago. Who made that logo? That is so cool. That, yeah, we're a little premature because it's not quite the year's over, but you are the leader in the Beers Logo of the Year Award for 2012. Tell me the story.
Well, many of you know my background is in commercial theater, and I had the privilege of producing the Las Vegas production of Phantom. I also was the manager of all U.S. productions of Phantom, including the first 10 years on Broadway. And our philosophy was, you need a great logo, a logo that will symbolize your company's name without having to say your company's name. And this was a logo that Dan Decker had commissioned for the production of Hamlet. And I said, Dan, this is so strong that you should not only use this for Hamlet, you should use this as the entire company logo. Now I can tell you, Councilman Beers, we have branded water, we have glow-in-the-dark buttons, we're giving it the full merchandising treatment.
I still have my empty water bottle.
Yes,
Saved
so.
it. And I walked around offering $40 for a T-shirt to every member of your staff on that day. That was a very cool logo. And Mayor, I want to leave us with my very favorite Michael Gill quote. There are a number of good ones, but my very favorite is I can't think of one theater that doesn't have cup holders. Drinking is part of having a good time.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I might have been drinking when I said that.
Thank you, and I appreciate you mentioning, I know Councilman Beers and myself were working really hard to try to get one of the productions up in our wards. Couldn't pull it off, but we're going to do it next year.
Yes,
So-
and we are primed and prepared to go right there with you. And we're looking for our own ways to supplement the funding that might come in from other sources.
And you mentioned your $45 million capital campaign, and you're pretty close to achieving that. Why don't you just announce how people can help you financially reach your capital goal?
I think the best way is to go to our website, which completely describes our mission, our programming, our donor gifting campaigns. And that website is www.lvshakes.org. And I might add that we just this week brought on Suzanne Hackett Morgan as our Capital Drive fundraising staff member. And we're thrilled to have her on board to help spearhead that campaign.
Great. Well, thanks for coming down and giving
Thank
the
you.
report. Great job, and we're all looking forward to everything
Thank you very
that
much.
do. Thank you.
Council.
Okay, item number 57, a report on the status of the Department of Detention and Enforcement. And this, I know, is one of the ongoing agenda items to talk about some of the departments at the City of Las Vegas. Our city manager wants to emphasize, so Ms. Fretwell, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. This is an ongoing series of presentations by our departments to talk about their organization, their mission, some of the key opportunities and challenges that they're facing. We're highlighting every department going through up until the point where we will really begin to start our discussions about next year's budget. So this is to kind of lay a groundwork of information for all of you about what's going on in the departments, so that when we present that budget at the budget workshop in the spring, you have that information at your disposal to help formulate your final decision on that.
Great. Chief, why don't you come on up and identify yourself as Chief Freeman, and you have a PowerPoint, it looks like.
Thank you very much, Mayor Pro Tem, Council. My name is Michelle Freeman, and I proudly serve for the Las Vegas Department of Detention and Enforcement. To begin with, I'd like to express the combined effort from both of my staff. We have civilians and also commissioned officers, and they do a fabulous job. We've seen, as everyone else has seen, a tremendous overturn of different stressors over the last few years, and I can say honestly from the bottom of my heart and recognize the employees down at D&E that they haven't skipped a beat. So I wanted to give a quick thank you to Detention and Enforcement. What I would like here to do today is pretty much an overview for you. I have 3 objectives. My first objective is to give you an overview of the Department of Detention and Enforcement at a high level. Second objective is to introduce my executive staff and their area responsibilities. And third and last, I'd like to discuss your council priority and as it relates to our key measure at D&E. To begin with, if I could draw your attention to the screen, you can see the executive staff. Myself, we have Deputy Chief Shatler. He's over support services. We have Captain Brown. He's over field services. And we have Captain Smith. He's over detention services. The way I like to think about detention enforcement is basically it's split up to 2 sides. We have the field service side and we have the detention side. Field service is comprised mostly of the marshals and animal control, and on the detention side of the house is our jail. To begin with, I'd like to draw your attention to Captain Smith. He's over the jail and has that responsibility. If you notice from the slide up here today, 1982 is when we opened the doors. We opened the doors 30 years ago, so we're having our 30th anniversary this year, which is incredible. We've gone all the way from when we first opened the doors. It was known as Camp Snoopy. We operated out of barracks, Army barracks, and today I can honestly and proudly stand up here before you and tell you that we have a very well tarnished facility and very well-developed detention center and jail. I'd also like to express that we've done a fabulous job in the jail. We were on an overtime reduction plan, and we have been able to, in the 4 years since 2008, 49% dropped in our overtime. We've been on this plan for 4 years, and it's outlived its lifetime, so we're seeing the end of that now, and that'll be coming to an end. However, the officers down there are doing a fabulous job maintaining overtime and watching so that they stay within our needs, and also recognizing the fiscal responsibility that we have. I'd like to draw your attention here, the maximum capacity. I'm also going to talk about fiscal year 12. So primarily, we're going to just stay focused on that, although I'll talk a little bit about present day. Fiscal year 12, we had the maximum capacity, 1,050. That still remains true today, 1,050 inmates. Our average daily population was 645 in 12. Our bookings were 31,174, and our average length of stay was 9 days. If I can draw your attention back to the average daily population, today our population is approximately 857. Where we see that increase is because we've now partnered with North Las Vegas. We have partnered over the years with many law enforcement agencies, up into including federal agencies where they've had a home inside of our jail. We really honor and are proud to be able to serve all the different partnerships that we have. And again, North Las Vegas has been a wonderful partner. Additionally, the increase in population, or why we were lower last fiscal year, is because we also contract beds out presently to the county jail. The population had decreased a little bit, and now we're seeing an increase, averaging approximately 80 people at this time, 80 inmates from the CCDC. I'd like now to switch over to field services, Captain Brown's responsibility and area. First off, we'd like to talk about the Deputy City Marshals. The Deputy City Marshals are responsible for properties owned, leased, or otherwise under the control of the City of Las Vegas. As you can see, they make arrests and issue citations, work in partnership with other law enforcement agencies, collect and preserve evidence, and also testify in court. Again, I'd like to commend them for their reduction in overtime as well. Next, I'd like to focus in on animal control. Animal control is a small unit we have, and they do a fabulous job servicing this community. They enforce city ordinances and state laws, issue special permits, control the animal population through spay and neutering in partnership with education and also partners throughout the valley. They ensure public safety and animal welfare, licensing dogs and cats, and we are the custodian of the Emergency Mobile Animal Shelter, which is a regional resource. Next, we have Communications Control Center. We here, I think I'll also be able to show how we have partners throughout the community, the city community, and also we have partners throughout the community in general here. I'm really proud and privileged to say that years ago, the city manager's office wanted to break down the silos that we've had, and I think we can show here that we've done so in so many different ways. And a great example I'm going to discuss right here. The control center, they monitor radios for the jail, so they're their lifeline in the jail, as well as they monitor the facility security and inmate movement. They open and close the gates when you come to our jail. In addition to that, they also service our city marshals and also our animal control. However, we also dispatch for 2 other departments. We dispatch for EUD with parking enforcement, and we also dispatch for municipal court for the muni marshals. Next, I'd like to draw your attention to support services. Support services, Deputy Chief Shatler is responsible for, and he has multiple responsibilities as well. The business office, human resources, records, organizational development, administrative support staff, and security systems and access control. Again, we service the entire city through the access system, our security system and access control. All of our badges and the doors that we have locks on, which is everywhere throughout the city, we service. We work very closely with IT because it's necessary for us to be in collaborative effort in addition to monitoring the cameras just here right now at City Hall Jail. Next, I'd like to talk about one other area that I'm proud to discuss, which is professional standards. We have, this unit is comprised of training and professional development, internal affairs, investigations, and policies and procedures. Again, we partner not only locally here in the city, but we partner with Henderson and North Las Vegas with the academy that we have. We also partner with internal affairs and investigation, assisting the other departments in the city as needs determine. Now I'd like to shift our attention to the council priority. Your council priority that's directly correlated with us is Safe and Healthy City. Our key measure departmentally is recidivism. Our recidivism is the percent of inmates that return to the City of Las Vegas Detention Center within 6 months of release. What that means is we identify and track inmates that have been released, that are rearrested, and come back into jail within 6 months. Why this is so important is because we want to connect them to local community resources and social services. We want to prevent future incarcerations through education, and we also want to be able to reduce the jail costs. Presently, we work with other providers and other partners throughout the community, to include municipal court, in exploring different ways as alternatives to incarceration. While incarcerated, we have our medical provider has a social worker. Our social worker works in conjunction with our classification staff, which is a team of corrections officers. They assist in placing special needs inmates with a variety of community partners. As you can see listed above the screen, there are various providers that we work with. One last thing for the providers I'd like to just mention is that over the years we haven't been able to, actually I'll mention it right here. So we have inmate programming. Our inmate programming, over the years we'd had to diminish some of the programs that we had because of the hard economic times and the lack of staffing that we have now. We're looking to hopefully gain some of those programs back. What those programs will do will better educate the inmates, will take care of their idle time in jail, and help reduce the recidivism rate. What we do offer right now are very important programs that we could not cut even if we wanted to. Adult education, battery domestic violence, Alcohol Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, religious programming, and rape counseling. We are concentrated and dedicated to ensure that we continue working with the inmates while in custody and then helping them connect when they get outside. Can draw your attention, please, to the chart on the screen. Inmate recidivism by month. Fiscal year, again, 12 is what we're concentrated on. As you can see on the bottom, the average of our recidivism rate is 23.42%. Our desire and our key measure is that we keep that under 20%. We're exceeding that measure, not for the good. We'd like it to be under 20%. As I said, we are dedicated to doing the very best we can, looking at different ways that we can reduce that recidivism rate. Our internal performance measure, I want to mention as well, this is very interesting when we talk about the inmates returning within the 6 months. We have 6,616 inmates come back to jail within the fiscal year of 2012. Not proud of that figure, however, that's what it is. And to put it in retrospect for you, we had 4,347 inmates return one time. And then we had one inmate return 17 times. So again, that's why recidivism is so important, and the programs and the partnerships that we have are so important to reduce that rate. The estimated cost, as you can see, is over $9 million. That's extraordinary. And again, by trying to do programs for these inmates and educating them and work in partnership with the other partners that we have throughout the community, to include municipal court on alternative measures, we can continue to try and reduce this recidivism rate. Concluding, I'd like to say that I wanted to just make sure that I captured what I said I was going to do here today. I'll give you a quick high overview of detention enforcement, go ahead and introduce the executive staff and their areas of responsibility, and lastly, talk about your council priority and how it relates to our key measure, which was recidivism. I wanted to take a moment to thank you all very much for your continued support throughout my tenure here. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to do what we're doing all down here as a team with D&E. I'd like to reach out to the city manager, Betsy, and her entire team, Karen, for a wonderful, wonderful opportunity and support. Also recognizing Orlando, Scott, and Mark as well. Everybody's really been so supportive over the years, and I know that we're in times that, we lean on each other even more, and I've gotten nothing but support to include from my staff down at D&E, and quite honestly, I'm very privileged to be able to have people to work with that I do with the D&E family. So thank you all for your time.
Good job, Chief. I know one of the things you mentioned was the partnership that we put together with the city of North Las Vegas, and it was to help them out to a certain degree financially. And we talk about consolidation all the time to make sure we're being efficient and effective. So how long have we been doing that now, and is it going okay?
Yes, thank you for the question. We're just at the 6-month mark here. And we're doing a fabulous job, I think, working in partnership. We're going to be reporting in this month to the city manager's office for both city managers, North Las Vegas and the city of Las Vegas. We've been doing a great job working in partnership and communicating. There's been some great things that we've learned from each other with best practices, and certainly there have been some obstacles, but what's the best part of it is we're learning along the way and just refocusing and getting back on track. So I think it's a partnership that's working out marvelously.
Great. Any council members? Councilman Ross?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Chief, can you go back a couple of slides, please, to the groups and organizations that you're working with in the community?
Sure. I don't have the control, but the magic controller hopefully will do it for me.
Any second now. Keep those in.
The community providers is what you're looking for?
Yeah, and I want to make a comment about that.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe.
And during this idle time, I'd like to take an opportunity to congratulate you for your presentation today. Congratulations. It's well-deserved.
Very embarrassing, but thank you very much. It's nice to be conspired against by your colleagues in a good way. That one and...
the next one?
And the next one. And
okay.
I'll make a comment. I'll make these comments. For the citizens of our city, they don't realize just how much community outreach we do when we have misdemeanors in our facilities and how we're trying to help them help themselves.
Yes.
And I think it's important that we recognize that, because as the average Las Vegan is going along with their merry life, they don't recognize the fact that, people are getting in trouble, they need help. We're going the extra mile. We are trying to provide them opportunities to get out of the life they're in and into a new one. And I think that's huge. So I really appreciate your presentation to us, because it helps us as we're out in the city of Las Vegas representing our constituents. So great presentation. I just want to make that a point, because I didn't realize that. I mean, I kind of knew, but I didn't realize how in-depth what you guys are doing at detention and enforcement in regards to trying to make Las Vegas a better place to live. So thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for bringing that up. And it starts on the street with our city marshals. They make the stop and the connection, and they try and assist while on the street. And then if not available to do so, they bring them into the jail. And in the jail, we really, just the employees there do a fabulous job. Thank you for recognizing that.
Councilwoman Tarkanian?
I just wanted to say you've been doing such a tremendous job since you've had that position, and to thank you and your staff very much for your hard work and your focus.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, good report, Chief, and I just want to mention that congratulations, you're a recent graduate of the FBI National Academy from Quantico, Virginia. That is a big deal in law enforcement to even go there and graduate, so congratulations, and you're doing a good job.
Thank you very much, and now I can call you my brother, because you've also graduated from there.
205.
Thank you. 249?
Oh, you had to say 249 from 205? I'm telling you. Okay, we're going to jump to agenda item number 64. Item number 64, and then we'll go back to the regular agenda. So we're going to go to item number 64, which is a discussion for possible action regarding a cooperative agreement with the State of Nevada Department of Transportation pertaining to the design and construction of the F Street reopening improvement project along F Street between Bonanza Road and Washington Avenue in Councilman Barlow's office, Ward 5. Mr. Cervantes, you want to give us a presentation?
Mayor Pro Tem, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And Mr. Cervantes, I apologize. The reason I asked for this item to be brought forward, number one, Mayor Pro Tem, and I appreciate you doing that, is one, I will be stepping away from the dais momentarily to go and be a part of a press conference with the 2012 Soul Train Award that's coming to the City of Las Vegas. And if you don't mind, Mayor and Council, there have been some additional information that I've seen in the backup that I quite don't understand, and I don't have the time now to basically flush it out on the dais. So what I'm requesting is that we hold this item 2 weeks, 2-week advance, and bring it back so that I can have an opportunity to sit down with staff to ask some more pointed questions as it relates to some of the language in the contract prior to moving forward. And also that will provide the other council members an opportunity to digest and also fill in some of the gaps that they may have as it relates to some of the questions relating to this item. So my motion at this time would be to obey it 2 weeks.
December 1st, or December, first meeting in December.
First meeting in December. December 5th would be my recommendation.
Okay, we have a motion to obey this to December 5th. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Thank you, Councilman. We will now go back to item number 58, discussion for possible action regarding support of the rebranding of the Las Vegas Technology Center to the Northwest Medical District, located in Councilwoman Tarkanian's office, Ward 1. Mr. Arndt.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, members of council. Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. This item is before you today because City Parkway 5, Inc., an affiliate of the city, owns land south of the Mountain View Hospital in what is currently known as the Las Vegas Technology Center. As a landowner, we are also a member of the Building Owners Association and have the right to vote on matters related to operations of the business park. It has been proposed by the Buildings Owner Association that the business park be renamed and rebranded as the Northwest Medical District due to the number of medical-related services and businesses in the park. The current CC&Rs require that the association have a minimum of 70% of the property owner's approvals prior to making a change such as this. Staff is working on a variety of projects related to medical uses in the area, and as a result, we think this is an appropriate name change. We do recommend approval. Also, one note in naming the item for Ward 1, the property that we own, the remaining property, is in Ward 1. It's on the east side of Tenaya. The park itself is in both Ward 1 and Ward 4, but we agendized the item as Ward 1 because what's triggering this vote is the property that we own on the east side of Tenaya. With that, staff recommends approval to cast a yea vote and then move forward with any other additional actions as appropriate.
Any questions or comments from the council? Councilwoman Tarkanian?
Move to approve.
Very good. We have a motion to approve. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Very good. Okay, we'll now go to item number 59. This is an abeyance item, discussion for possible action regarding an appeal of a work card denial for Jessica Ryan Kaiser at the Ranch House, 6250 Rio Vista Street. This is located in Ward 6. Councilman Ross. Ms. Duddleson.
Thank you. Karen Duddleston, Business Licensing Manager. This item was held in abeyance. I know that Councilman Ross wanted an opportunity to speak with the employer. I also had an opportunity to speak with the employer, and they have offered their support of this candidate. We would recommend at this point in time a site-specific work card with a one-year administrative review for your consideration.
Very good. Did you want to say something, ma'am? Go ahead and identify yourself first.
My name is Jessica Kaiser. And I would like to thank the council and thank everybody for this opportunity.
Very good. Any questions or comments from the council? Councilman Ross?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Ms. Kaiser, this is a good opportunity for you to recognize a lot of people that care about you and want to see you have a great life.
Yes.
And I love Bob Taylor's ranch house too, so I mean, it's a great combination. But I see your dad here in the audience with you. I spoke to Mr. Special at the ranch house, and you got a golden opportunity here, girl. And I want to wish you the best, and you getting past all this bad stuff and going on and to a better life. So, congratulations with that, Mayor Pro Tem and council members. I will move to follow staff's recommendation for approval.
Okay, Councilman Beers would like to make a comment or question.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to point out to my colleagues that Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, is the only jurisdiction that requires a work card of servers in restaurants and taverns. And I hope you will join me in the next couple of months as we end that practice.
That's a good comment, and I think we're going to be spending a lot of time on work cards at the city of Las Vegas based on the briefings that we have, so I anticipate some changes down the road. So, okay, we have a motion to approve. Go ahead and vote. Go ahead and post. Motion carries. Good luck. Congratulations. And
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, council, so much.
Item number 60, discussion for possible action regarding an appeal of a work card for Lucio Betial at Pasquale's Restaurant, 8615 West Sahara. This is in Ward 2. Councilman Beers. Ms. Duddleson.
Thank you. Again, for the record, Karen Doubleston, Business Licensing Manager. This is a work card appeal, again, for a server. The employer has spoken with us in depth and provided a very compelling letter of support for this candidate, and we would recommend a site-specific work card with a one-year administrative review.
Thank you. Like to make a comment, sir? Please state your name.
My name is Lucio Betial, and I would like to say that I've been in this town for 35 years in the restaurant business. I made a mistake, and I'm sorry. And I try to get my sheriff card back so I can be working not only in the county but in the city. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the City Council? Councilman Beers.
Move staff recommendation. Have we? Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Congratulations and good luck, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Item 61 has been stricken. Item number 62, discussion for possible action regarding an appeal of a work card denial for Jacqueline Lindsay Hybert at Girls of Glitter Gulch, 22 Fremont Street. This is in Ward 5. Councilman Barlow. Ms. Duddleson.
Thank you. This is also in order for your approval, both the appeal and the required affidavit of support from the employer are forthcoming on this one. We would again recommend a site-specific work card with a one-year administrative review.
So is anybody present here from the Glitter Gulch or the applicant? So you're recommending that the work card be granted site-specific for 1 year? Is that correct?
Correct. And we did have a discussion with the employer. I'm very surprised they were not here today.
Okay. Okay. Councilman Tarkanian?
For Councilman Barlow, I would like to move to approve.
Thank you. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Very good. Item number 63, discussion for possible action regarding an appeal of a work card denial for Tommy L. Taylor at Ladyburg Express, 4300 Meadows Lane in Ward 1. Councilwoman Tarkanian. Ms. Duddleson.
Thank you, Your Honor. The employer in this situation has not provided their support of this work card candidate. nor have we been able to get any contact since the appeal was filed. We did talk to this applicant at one time, and they stated that they did not think at that time the employer was going to support them. The employer has not responded to us directly. We would recommend denial.
Okay, is the employer, the applicant, present? They are not. Councilman Ross, you have a question?
Ms. Dudleston, what is Ladybug Express?
It is an amusement ride at the Meadows Mall. It's amusement ride attendant position.
Any other questions from the City Council? Councilwoman Tarkanian.
See, Councilman Ross, we only have little ladybugs in Ward 1. We don't have the gigantic bugs. I move to approve staff's recommendation.
Very good. Motion, you have a motion, please vote.
That was a motion 49.
Yep. Please post.
Now, if I could just ask also, Karen, if the person wants to come back again and does have the support, they can do that, right?
They would have to apply for a new work card.
Yes.
And a new work report would be prepared,
Right.
and they could.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Motion carries. Councilman Ross?
Ms. Dudleston, who puts these together for us?
Our staff and planning does.
I appreciate the privilege license information in the back for reference material for council members, because it's easy to thumb back and forth and kind of see who does what and who can and who can't. It's very helpful.
Thank you.
As well as
We
the
appreciate
indexing in the
that.
front.
I'm glad. We're trying to do things in common language that we can all relate to.
It hasn't always been that way for these books, you know,
No,
so
it's-
I just wanted to let you know that I recognize that and appreciate your hard work.
Thank
All of
you very
Thank you.
much.
Very good. Item number 64 has been obeyed. So we will go to item number 65, Resolution R-72, 2012, discussion for possible action regarding the participation agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency and Take-Two Interactive Software for providing furnishings, fixtures, equipment, and off-site related expenses grant not to exceed $600,000, which will support the hiring of 150 full-time employees for property located at 302 East Carson Avenue in Ward 3. Councilman Coffin, and this is related to the agenda item that we heard this morning on the Redevelopment Agency, agenda item number 5. Mr. Arndt.
Thank you. Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. This item is for the City Council to consent to the findings of the Redevelopment Agency this morning. This is for a grant consisting of a cash incentive of $247,200, as well as an in-kind benefit for 120 parking spaces and an additional 70 parking spaces. I would like to incorporate the remarks made at the agency meeting. Staff recommends approval.
Very good. Any questions or comments from the council? Councilman Coffin.
Thank you, Your Honor. The simple incorporating of the remarks for the record is not enough. I think we, and I'm not saying go through your entire presentation today, Bill, but you have two different records, and the record of the council stands on its own. And I think we should, again, at least enter into the record our pleasure with the efforts of staff and our gratitude to the company, Take-Two Interactive, for moving part of its operations here, that this is going to be a very big thing, and it will be one of those landmarks. You're going to look back and say, well, when Take-Two moved here and their staff treated us so well, and we even had cooperation from the governor, and we weren't a whole bunch of people, but when we moved, we were treated like kings. That word spreads, and that's the kind of thing that we need. Word of mouth counts more than anything in the corporate culture when people are thinking of transferring or moving or locating. If you sell one person and they tell another, you're way ahead of just simply making promises about how nice you are. So I wanted to make sure that our record contains lots of plaudits to all our staff, city manager, all through the rest of the Corps. You want to comment now on that, Bill?
Yeah, yes, thank you, Councilman, for giving me the opportunity. First and foremost, I'd like to thank our team that worked on the project, Romeo Betty and Darren Harris from our office, from the state, Frank Woodbeck from Dieter, as well as others that I mentioned this morning, Steve Hill and Justin McVeigh from the Governor's Office of Economic Development. At the end of the day, business is all about relationships, and we have a great team. We developed a great relationship with this company. We came up with a reasonable package that was needed to get them here, to compensate them for the cost of relocating, as well as getting into the space in downtown. This is a global leader in their industry, as I covered this morning. They have over 2,200 employees globally. We think they're going to be here for a long time to come. And as you mentioned, Councilman, this is the best marketing money we can spend. To have an announcement like this, an announcement others like this, which we foresee in the future, that gets us attention as a place to do business. It's already been picked up by the national media. Certainly like to thank David Riggleman, Diana Paul, and their team for getting the word out. So this announcement is important, not just for what it brings, the company brings by itself, but future business that we look forward to moving to the city and also to downtown. So
I know, Bill, that Councilman Beers had a special request of the company. I don't know if they've complied, but I don't know if his vote was contingent upon having all the back doors and location of the Easter eggs or any other kind of little bonuses in Borderline and any other games that they might be producing. For many years, I relied upon Councilman Beers in another life as a consultant on computer matters and music, as well as he's a Renaissance man, but computers are his forte, and I know he's going to be living over in that building. We'll give him a special honorary pass into Ward 3 for his ventures out of his own ward for this.
Well, I know, thank you, Councilman. I know that we have a venue downtown, Insert Coins, that from time to time does do release parties for games, and so maybe we can make sure the councilman's invited should there be a release party for their upcoming software titles.
Thank you, and thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, well, I would recommend the game Councilman Beers the Pirate. That would be a lot of fun. So, Councilman Coffin, you have a motion?
I move for approval of item 65.
Very good. We have a motion. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Very good. Thank you, Bill. Item number 66 has been obeyed. Item number 67, abeyance item for possible action, Traffic Signal Capital Improvement Advisory Committee. Bet Craik has resigned, and I believe Councilwoman Tarkanian has a recommendation.
I move to obey to the next meeting along with the other items that are similar.
Okay, so we'll obey this till the December 5th meeting. That's the motion. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Item number 68 has been obeyed. Item number 69 for possible action, Park and Recreation Advisory Commission, Michael Aker, Senior, term expires 12/12 of 2012, and I believe Councilman Coffin has a motion.
I think we want to, I believe we've had confirmation that Mr. Aker would like to be reappointed. Is that clear from staff?
Yes, Councilman, that is correct.
Then I move for the appointment of, reappointment of Mr. Michael Aker to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Commission.
Very good. We have a motion. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Items 70 through 73, bills 2012-28, 2012-51, 2012-53, and 2012-54 are eligible for adoption at a later meeting. We will now move on to new bills. Item 74, Bill 2012-55, will be heard at the recommending committee meeting on Tuesday, December 4th. New Bill 2012-55 is assigned to Councilman Barlow, Councilman Coffin, and myself, and we will reconvene until...
Mayor Pro Tem,
What?
excuse me, the city attorney needs to read the bill for the record.
Oh. Read the bill, okay. All right. City Attorney, read the bill, please.
Thank you. Bill number 2012-55, an ordinance to amend the Unified Development Code to consolidate various animal-related uses, eliminate the ability to establish animal production uses that are not ancillary to a principal use, restrict further the keeping of carrier or racing pigeons, and change the process by which that use is established, adjust the setback height and coverage standards for accessory structures to reflect the consolidation of uses, and provide for other related matters.
Okay, thank you. With that, we will reconvene at 1 o'clock for the afternoon session. Thank you very much. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We'll go ahead and start the afternoon session for the Las Vegas City Council meeting. And again, Mayor Goodman is excused today as she is out of town. So we will begin with item number 75 for possible action. Any items from the afternoon session that the council staff and/or the applicant wish to be stricken, tabled, withdrawn, or held in abeyance to a future meeting may be brought forward and acted upon at this time. Councilwoman Tarkanian.
Now, this is where I bring up the ones that are being obeyed.
Just that one, yeah.
All righty. We have one, and that is item number 97 to 100, all of those together. EOT 46998, EOT 47000, EOT 47001, and EOT 47002 will be obeyed to December 5th, 2012, a request by the applicant.
And that is your motion?
Yes, that is the motion.
Okay. Councilman Coffin?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for introducing the motion, Councilwoman Tarkanian. The reason they're obeying is because they had not been aware, I guess they lost track of their entitlements and they expired right away, and so they have another month. So by moving it to December 5th, that gives them a chance to re-justify why these entitlements should be continued. It's been 6 years and they haven't done much with the property, and so we'll give them another month to re-justify it essentially to us without taking them away. That's it. I'll support the motion.
Very good. We have a motion. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Thank you. Items 76 through 88 may be considered in one motion, one vote. They are considered routine, non-public, and public hearing items with no condition changes. Any person representing an application or member of the public or member of the council not in agreement with the conditions and all standard conditions for the application recommended by staff should request to have that item removed from this portion of the agenda. So I will go ahead and read all of these, and this will take a minute. Item number 76, RQR 4612, applicant Clear Channel Outdoor owner David Maddox, required review of a approved special use permit for an existing 40-foot tall, 14-foot by 48 off-premise sign at 3340 North Rancho, Z2 zoning, Ward 6, Councilman Ross. Item number 77, RQR 46125, applicant Clear Channel Outdoor owner Rancho LLC, required review and approved special use permit for an existing 40-foot, 14-foot by 48-foot off-premise sign at 199 North Rancho Drive, C2 zoning, Ward 5, Councilman Barlow. Item number 76, RQR 46126, applicant Lamar Central Outdoor LLC, owner Bartsis Mary 1 LLC, required review and approved special use permit for an existing 40-foot tall, 14-foot by 48-foot off-premise sign at 3201 North Rancho Drive, C2 zoning, Ward 6, Councilman Ross. Item number 79, RQR 4613, applicant Lamar Advertising, owner Haynes and Krager LLC, required review of approved special use permit for two existing 14-foot by 48-foot off-premise signs at 5001 and 5041 North Rainbow Boulevard, C2 zoning, Ward 6, Councilman Ross. Item number 80, RQR 4644, applicant Steve Ono, owner Richard Sturman and Bruce and Patrice Sturman, required review and of approved review of condition which allowed the sale of individual containers of any size beer, wine coolers, or screw cap wine for an existing market at 611 Fremont Street, Suite 20, C2 zoning, Ward 5, Councilman Barlow. RQR 46748, applicant Lamar Central Outdoor Advertising, owner Jermac, required review of an approved special use permit for an existing 40-foot, 14-foot by 48-foot off-premise sign on the northeast corner of Vegas Drive and US 95, C1 zoning, Ward 5, Councilman Barlow. RQR 46749, applicant Lamar Central Outdoor, owner John M. Selby and Penny Selby Trust, required review of approved special use permit for an existing 40-foot tall, 14-foot by 48-foot off-premise sign at 816 North Rancho Drive, C1 zoning, Ward 5, Councilman Barlow. RQR 46751, applicant Reagan Outdoor Advertising, owner Highland Industrial Park Partnership, required review of a approved special use permit for an existing 40-foot tall, 24-foot by 28-foot off-premise sign at 2901 Highland Drive, M zoning, Ward 1. Councilwoman Tarkanian. Take a break there. Okay. RQR 46754, applicant Reagan Outdoor Advertising, owner Highland Industrial Park Partnership, required review of an approved special use permit for an existing 40-foot tall, 24-foot by 28-foot off-premise sign at 2903 Highland Drive, M zone, Ward 1. Councilwoman Tarkanian. RQR 46824, applicant Vegas Express Gas Mart, LLC, owner Pack Prop Service, required review and approved special use permit for a proposed beer, wine, cooler, off-sale establishment within an existing 2,032 square foot convenience store, and a waiver to allow 120-foot distance separation from a child care facility where 400-foot is required at 4401 East Bonanza, C1 zone, Ward 3. Councilman Coffin. Item number 86, RQR 46840, applicant owner tradesman Stephen Living Trust, required review of approved special use permit for an existing banquet facility at 4250 East Bonanza Road, Suite 10, C1 zoning, Ward 3. Councilman Coffin. Item number 87, EO2 46878, applicant owner Spokes LLC, extension of time for a non-conforming tavern at 3540 West Sahara Avenue, C1 zoning, Ward 1. Councilwoman Tarkanian. VAC 46879, applicant owner City of Las Vegas, a petition to vacate Williams Avenue, a public right-of-way from Las Vegas Boulevard east 250 feet to Encanto Drive, Ward 5. Councilman Barlow. All items are recommended for approval by staff, and the Planning Commission recommends approval on item 88. Items 76 through 88 are public hearings which I now declare open. Anyone from the public wish to speak on any of those items? Seeing none, I'll close public hearing. Councilwoman Tarkanian, do you have a motion to approve items 76 through 88?
Move to approve items 76 through 88.
Very good. I have a motion. Please vote.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Councilman Barlow.
I apologize. I would like to pull item 80 for discussion.
Item number 80. Okay.
So I will amend the motion to say motion to approve items 76 through 88 with the exception of item 80.
Very good. Thank you. There's a motion. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries. Very good. We will now go to item number 80, RQR 4674, public hearing, applicant Steve Ono, Richard Sturman, and Patrice Sturman, required review and of approved review of condition which allow the sale of individual containers for any size beer, wine, coolers, or screw cap wine for an existing market at 611 Fremont Street, Suite 20. Councilman Barlow.
Yes, move for abeyance until the December 5th City Council meeting.
Okay, we have a motion. Please vote. Please post.
And if there's anyone here on item number 80, please contact my office. I would like to speak with you in regards to this, or I'll be reaching out to the applicant to have a conversation as it relates to this item. Thank you.
I don't know if he's there. Raise his hand up.
Very good. You're the applicant? Okay, then I'll send my staff out to have a conversation with you shortly.
Okay, item number 89, RQR 45612, an abeyance item, required review. Applicant is Las Vegas Billboards owner Jonathan Park, for possible action on a request for a required review of a special use permit for an existing 40-foot tall, 12-foot by 24-foot off-premise sign at 3319 Mead Avenue. This is in Councilwoman Tarkanian's office. Is the applicant here? The applicant is not here. This is a public hearing, so I'll open this to the public. Anyone from the public wishing to be heard on this item? Okay, I'll close the public hearing. Councilwoman Tarkanian.
Move to approve.
Very good. We have a motion to approve. Please vote. And post. Very good. Motion carries. Item number 90, RQR 45613, an abeyance item. Applicant Las Vegas Billboards, owner Jonathan Park, for possible action on a request for review of an approved special use permit for an existing 40-foot tall, 12-foot by 24-foot off-premise sign at 3542 Cyrus. This is in Ward 1. Councilwoman Tarkanian. Is the applicant present? Okay, this is a public hearing. Anyone wishing to be heard on this item? Very good. I'll close the public hearing. Councilwoman Tarkanian.
Move to approve.
Very good. I have a motion to approve. Please vote. And post.
Yeah, something's wrong with my screen. It's not even a mouse. You wanted the affirmative. Thank you.
Motion carries. Item number 91, ROC 46560, an abeyance item. Applicant Easy Pawn, owner Rainbow Sahara Center number 2, for possible action on a request for review of a condition of an approved special use permit to delete condition number 9, which limited the hours of operation to Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and December until 9 p.m. at 2200 South Rainbow. This is in Ward 1. Councilwoman Tarkanian. Is the applicant present?
Yes.
With Ballard Spar, appearing on behalf of the applicant.
Okay.
Sorry, the mic wasn't on when I first spoke. It's Bill Curran for the record.
Anything you want to add at this point?
I would only note that we've operated at this location for 6 years without complaint. We are interested in being able to match the hours that our competitors have nearby. Sometimes there is a problem when people come and they want to redeem their property, or they want to make an interest payment. Every other pawn shop is open. Ours is closed. They're pounding on the door, and we can't let them in, and they have bad feelings because they can't make their payment and their interest is.
So what are the hours that you would like it
9 to
switched
9.
to? 9 to 9?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, this is a public hearing. Anyone from the public wishing to be heard on this item? Seeing none, Councilwoman Tarkanian.
I'd like to move to approve the hours 9 to 9, but I'd like to keep the 10 to 5, except in December where you have the 9 to 9.
That's on Sundays?
Sundays.
Yes.
9 to 9 on Mondays
9 to 9,
through
6
Saturday.
days, and on Sundays it's 10 to 5.
Right.
Thank you.
Except in the month of December, you had the ability to be open until 9 o'clock.
Correct.
And you could keep that then for the holidays.
Great.
So that is my motion.
Very good. We have a motion. Please vote.
Wait a minute.
We have a, go ahead, Mr. Fagg.
There we go. So just to clarify, we will be amending condition number 2 to have the hours as stated by Councilwoman Tarkanian. I just wanted to make sure it was clear for the record that we are amending condition number 2.
Okay, that is, okay, that's the motion then. Please vote. Please post. Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, items number 92, 93, and 94. 92, variance 46583, a variance to allow a 12-foot corner side yard setback where 15 feet is required. Item number 93, VAC 46842, a petition to vacate a portion of the south side of Alta Drive east of Tonopah Drive. Item number 94, SDR 46582, site development plan review for a proposed 3,897 square foot office building with a waiver of Title 19.08 perimeter landscape requirements to allow a 3-foot wide landscape buffer along a portion of the east property line where 8 feet is required, and a waiver of the Las Vegas Medical District utility standards with an associated encroachment into the public right-of-way. The applicant owner is Harris Investment, LLC, on .28 acres at 501 South Tonopah Drive. The Planning Commission and staff recommend approval on all 3 items. These items are in Ward 5, Councilman Barlow, and our public hearings, which I now declare open. Is the applicant present?
Yes, Mayor Chan.
State your name, please.
Paul Larson, Lionel Sawyer and Collins. With me is the project architect, John Burke. I'm pleased to have staff recommendation for approval on all 3 items. I will take them in reverse order rather than the agenda order, 94, 93, 92. 94 is a site plan review. The project is replacing what was previously a nursery school. The site has been cleared right now, and what we're proposing to do is put this 3,800 square foot beautiful office building on the site. It has excess parking based upon the number of employees that would be using the building. The vacation, which is the second item, ask the architect to point to the portion of the property that abuts Alta Drive. That portion of the right-of-way is currently unused for traffic and is just landscaped with crushed red sandstone. Staff had actually encouraged us to file the vacation for that unused portion of Alta Drive, and as you can see from the site plan, not only do we plan to landscape it, but it'll be landscaped very, very nicely. The final item is for a variance for a 12-foot setback where 15 feet is required. And the architect is pointing to the overhead feature that is actually for sun compensation. Right now, it is 12 feet from the center, or from the curb, where 15 feet is required. However, you can tell it's 3 stories up. It doesn't impact sight lines, it doesn't impact traffic, and we think it is entirely justified, both from a functional and aesthetic standpoint. And we're in agreement with all proposed staff conditions, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Very good, thank you. This is a public hearing. Anyone from the public wishing to be heard on this item, please come forward.
Thank you, Todd Farland, 240 North 19th Street. And indeed, what a beautiful building this is. At the Planning Commission, Commissioner Boner was concerned that they weren't about the overhead lines. And I would like the applicant to agree that if all of the people at some time in the future decide to go underground, that they would go underground too. That would be what I'd like. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wishing to be heard? Okay, I'll close the public hearing. Mr. Fagg, anything you want to add? No? Okay. Councilman Barlow.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, thank you so very much. And thank you to the both of you for representing this item. Very beautiful building that's coming into Ward 5. But Mayor Pro Tem, if you don't mind, I would like to have my colleague to my right, who will be receiving this beautiful building in less than 30 days to cast a vote on it. It seems like all of the beautiful redeveloped items, Councilman Ross, that I'm bringing into my ward are now being transferred into my colleague to my left and my colleague to my right. And so, being that she will be the one dealing with this beautiful building in less than 30 days. I would like for her to make the motion, if you don't mind.
Very good.
I'd like to say, he has a few other beautiful buildings I sure would like to have in some certain vacant lot areas, but it is a great pleasure to be able to move to accept this motion, for me to make the motion to approve. And I just want to say to Ricky, thank you for all your hard work. I appreciate it. So the motion is to approve.
Do we need to do one at a time, or, Brian? Okay. Councilman Tarkanian, you need to do one at a time. So 92, then 93, and then 94.
Move to approve 92, item number 92, with all conditions.
All right, please vote. And
Move
post.
to approve
Motion passes. Go ahead.
item 93 with all conditions.
All right, we have a motion. Please vote. Oops. And go ahead and post. And the motion carries.
Item number 94, move to approve with all conditions.
Very good. We have a motion. Please vote.
Congratulations, Councilwoman.
Thank you very much.
And post. Motion carries. Congratulations, gentlemen.
And welcome to Ward 1.
There you go. Okay, item number 95, SUP 46569, applicant Project M, LLC owner T. Brio II, special use permit for a proposed 3,320 square foot tavern limited establishment at 100 South 6th Street in C2 zoning. This is in Ward 5. Councilman Barlow is the applicant present.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the council, Tom Amick, 8345 West Sunset. I'm here on behalf of the applicant, which is Michael and Jenna Morton, on this application. This is their first foray into the downtown area. It's a restaurant tavern use at the southwest corner of Fremont and 6th Street. Well, they will be basically redeveloping a currently vacant building that's boarded up with a fence around it. So we're excited to be downtown, and they're looking forward to moving forward. Happy to answer any other questions you might have.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the business? What is it exactly?
Sure. It's going to be a tapas restaurant. So it will be a tapas. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. T-A-P-A-S. Tapas.
Good thing you said that.
Pardon me. I apologize for that. The Spanish style restaurant.
Sound like that.
Thank you for clarifying, Council. So it'll be a restaurant use with a bar, and there'll be some outdoor seating along 6th Street with the entrance off the alley there at the back. So the elevation will look something like that. So if you've been by the building now, you can see it's boarded up. There's some graffiti on the walls. There's the fence around it. So should be nice use for that corner. So.
Very good. All right, thank you. This is a public hearing. Anyone from the public wishing to be heard on this item? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Councilman Fagg, anything? Or Councilman, Mr. Fagg, anything you want to add? Okay, Councilman Barlow.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Once again, another exciting new venue coming into the downtown East Fremont. And what we need are more restaurants and a diversity of foods in the downtown area. And so I'm looking forward to this restaurant opening. So can you share with us as far as a timeline as to when you believe the doors will open, and when in fact myself and the council will have an opportunity to come down and be a part of the grand opening or the ribbon cutting? Or I'm pretty sure you all are going to have some type of exciting...
Certainly we will, Councilman, and we'll make sure you're aware of that. They're ready to go now. They've already secured the encroachment permit along 6th Street there for the outdoor dining, so they'll be looking to move forward with their improvement plans for the tenant improvements both inside and outside now. So it should be something you'd see middle of next year, mid to late next year.
Okay, good deal. Having said that, I would like to move for approval of this item subject to all conditions.
Very good. We have a motion. Please vote. And post. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Item number 96, special use permit 46576, applicant. Lights Out LLC owner, FAEC Holdings, Whirlulay, special use permit for a proposed 6,772 square foot liquor establishment tavern with waivers of required distance separation to allow 0 foot from a similar use, 1,240 feet from a house of worship, and 1,340 feet from a school where 1,500 feet is required for each at 450 Fremont Street, Suite 135, and a portion of number 140. This is C2 zoning. Ward 5 Councilman Barlow, the Planning Commission, and staff recommend approval. Is the applicant here? Yeah, go ahead and identify yourself.
Good afternoon, Council. My name is Mark Longworth. I represent Banger Brewing. There are 4 other members who are in the audience. We respectfully request for a special use permit to open a brewery on 450 East Fremont Street. So I can have the members come up if you like, or if you have any questions.
Okay.
Gentlemen?
Yeah, you guys come on up.
Okay, so, all right.
If you don't mind, Mayor Pro Tem, share with us as to, and there's another microphone over here.
Okay.
Yeah. Share with us as it relates to your setup in somewhat of detail as far as your brewery.
So we'll be opening around a 7,000 square foot brewery. It'll be a 20-barrel system. We will do a distribution out of there throughout the entire city. We'll offer a bar as well, and you can also come in and have like a personal experience as far as filling your growler, bringing beer home with you. I think it'll be good for the city. Breweries are really huge right now, and it's also something that's not a lot going on downtown with the brewery scene. So it'll go good with East Fremont. It'll also blend with the Canopy. So.
And how many brands or flavors?
Well, we'll probably bottle in the beginning, maybe 2 or 3, but we'll easily have 10 to 15 on tap. So we'll be constantly flowing through those. Different styles of beer. We have a jalapeno wheat beer. We have watermelon wheat, all different kinds of stuff. So.
Nice. Nice. Mayor Pro Tem?
Councilman Ross, you have a question or comment?
Oh, yeah, I'm not letting you off the hook this easy.
I knew this was coming.
You knew this was coming, didn't you?
He's smiling. I'm like, here it comes, here it comes.
Well, let's tell everybody again, get a little more enthusiastic about what you're doing. You're bringing a brewery to downtown Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
Right? And you came into my office, and you fellows weren't with him, but he brought me a 6-pack, right? And I have to describe it to you.
Wrong councilman for a 6-pack, that's okay.
Yeah, wrong councilman to bring a 6-pack to.
That's right, we helped him.
I already gave it away, Councilman.
I will get you one.
And I asked you, where did you brew this? Where did you brew that beer?
I brewed it out of my home.
In your garage, out of your
In my
home,
garage,
right?
Absolutely.
Realistically, out of your garage.
Yes, sir.
So you're starting a company, a brewing company, out of the garage, and you're bringing it downtown to Neonopolis, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
You guys should be stoked about this because this is a really cool concept. And I've just been waiting for years to see this happen downtown. I'm excited about it. I don't even drink beer, but I think this is a golden opportunity for you guys because it's unique to Las Vegas. It's unique to downtown. I think you're going to be so successful, especially with all the, and Councilwoman, we talked about this morning, renaissance of downtown, and with the Shakespeare thing going on, all the great things going on downtown. You guys are at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. I think you're going to be very successful.
Thank you
for letting me fire you up a little
We
bit.
appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I feel like you should be on this side. You need to talk for me. Thank you.
Councilman Beers?
Thank you, Acting Mayor Anthony. Mr. Banger, are you gentlemen stepbrothers?
No, but we all have grown up together.
Ah, okay.
We start to look alike when we spend so much time together.
It's the beard. The watermelon one was pretty amazing. How
you enjoyed it?
How did? Well, my wife did. Wow. these are really pretty spectacular. Beers, yeah. I know beers. So I'm anxiously awaiting an affirmative response to your motion, Councilman.
I know you could run with that for another hour, so we're going to continue on. So, all right, this is a public hearing, which I'll declare open. Anyone from the public wishing to make comment on this item? Okay, seeing none, Councilman Barlow.
You know, Mayor Pro Tem, quite a few of these guys don't look like they're 21 and over. So I'm kind of hesitant to make an approval of a beer brewery in the downtown to some underage minors. So I'm going to step out on a limb. Right. I'm going to step out on a limb and move for approval of this very exciting item coming into downtown. And once again, another, going back to that renaissance, Councilman Ross, of all the exciting venues that are in the downtown. So my motion would be for approval of this item subject to all conditions.
Thank you, Councilman.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we have a motion, please vote. Please post. Motion carries. You know, I just want to make one comment. What impresses me the most is you guys are just some guys from Las Vegas at work, and you just decide to come together and open up a business. I mean, that's what America's all about. I mean, just doing something like that. So welcome to downtown. I know you're going to be successful, and since I drink beer, I'm looking forward to the grand opening. So
Look forward to having you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Okay, items numbers 97 through 100 were held in abeyance. Is that it? Okay. All right, item number 101. I'd like to instruct the city clerk to set the public hearing dates and appeals from the City Planning Commission meetings and dangerous buildings or nuisance litter abatements. Very good. Okay, citizen participation, public comments. This is item number 102. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council. No subject may be acted upon by the City Council unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject as well as the amount of time on any single speaker will be limited to 3 minutes. So I will now, anyone from the public wishing to be heard? Okay,
Good
yes, ma'am.
afternoon, Dorothy Barnes, Las Vegas resident. I don't know where to begin. I'm in some distress, and I've been before you all in the past. And I really don't know why my name is still on this type program and what measures I have to take. I can't afford an attorney right now. But whoever's claiming me on this program, they are using me to sponsor people to sell illegal drugs. My life is continually threatened by some of the drug dealers that know they're using me to sponsor them. And when I left Louisiana, I thought I'd left all that behind, but they have a connection, I guess. And I can't understand why my doctors can't allow me up in there where they allow other disabled people to protect their health and well-being. Now, whoever's doing this, evidently they know they're doing it. They won't come forward and talk with me. Somebody's behind this, and look like it's connected with our city bus service, because people ride these buses. Tomorrow is every second Thursday RTC meeting. I plan to be there. I've addressed it to the RTC commissioners. I do not want my name on this program. What do I have to do to get my name off of this program? And it's connected with the military base, using the computer software to put people's name in the computer on this type program. And the other customers ride the bus line and hopefully keep my name in there so they can stipend off me, in other words, steal money. That's a dignified way of stealing money from somebody that's disabled. And because I can't get up in there to protect myself against all the lying that goes on through that bus company, I feel victimized, threatened, abused, misused, continually abused with this type thing. I feel really abused by this. And I need to not get angry and say some things I said to you know, but I'm tired of having to deal with this, and I need to know who's behind this, and someone needs to come forward and deal with me or find out how I can get Nellis, the people out there, to remove my name off the program out of the computer, so people won't just be able to go out there over me and do what they want. And I've tried to address it to the military people over on Nellis, and I don't know what else to do. Because if they, if they would let me up in there, I'm sure there are people that can instruct me on getting my name off this type program. It's very serious. They're about to run me out of the city. I don't know. I'm want to get out of skilled into the frying pan, because when I left Louisiana, that's what I feel like I've done. I've left one troublesome city with this, and now I'm here. It's troublesome on me, and I've not given people permission to use me for this type of illegal activity. So I don't know if anybody here knows what measures I can take to get this under control, being used to sponsor illegal drug activity. Anybody have any suggestions, ideas that would help me?
Okay, well, you said you're attending the RTC meeting, so maybe they can help you out.
The bus company, right, it seemed like they're connected with it because of the way the customers are lying on the buses and stuff.
Okay, thank you very much for your comments. Anyone else from the public wishing to be heard?
Thank you, Todd Farlow, 240 North 19th Street. The results last night should make it clear that the people are tired of having that school district kick this can down the road. What we need this council to do, and especially you, Councilman Beers, is to get together with that school district trustees and tell them that we need a comprehensive plan and a comprehensive audit on this stuff. The people are just tired of this every 6 years of kicking this can down the road, and it should be clear by now. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wishing to be heard? Seeing none, I will close public comment, and then we will go on to the last item, item number 103, council member recognition. Comments made by individual city council members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the city council unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. Let's start with Councilman Kaufman. Anything? He's not even...
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, Councilman Barlow.
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem. Thank you so very much. On this Saturday, which will be, what is the date? November 10th. Thank you. On November 10th at 10 a.m., I will be hosting Part 2 series of the nonprofit workshop. So if there are any individuals out there looking to start a nonprofit or understand how, in fact, to perform their nonprofit in a much better format, we are bringing in an expert nonprofit out of Los Angeles, California, by the name of Amber Nguyen. And she hosted the first nonprofit, which we had approximately 200 participants here in the council chambers. And so we're hosting Part 2, Series Part 2 of the nonprofit to help nonprofits identify where the dollars are to assist their organizations. So please, you are invited to attend this coming Saturday, November 10th at 10 a.m. right here in the council chambers of City Hall. In addition to that, the 2012 Soul Train Music Awards will be taking place here in the city of Las Vegas at Planet Hollywood on Thursday. And they will also be hosting a concert on, a concert on Friday night and a comedy show on Saturday night. So if there's anyone interested in participating in the Soul Train Music Awards weekend of festivities, feel free to give my office a call, and I will direct you accordingly at 229-5443, or you may go on online to any of the ticket masters to purchase tickets to their week, their 3-day week of activities, 3 days weekend of activities here in the city of Las Vegas. And that will be my update from Ward 5. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Barlow. Councilwoman Tarkanian.
We're going to let Councilman Barlow do all the work this time between meetings. And I'm just saying for Ward 1 that we wish everybody a really wonderful Thanksgiving holiday season. And I think from the election, from all that's happening in the world, from all that's happening in our own city, we know that we need to take time to savor all the good that we have and appreciate that. And this we can do together this Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Beers.
C. Spanish guitar concert this weekend on Saturday at the Summerlin Library. Richard Griego plays a kind of Spanish fusion guitar. He's actually quite good. Seen his videos on YouTube. So that's free at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, November 10th. We'll be doing a coffee with the councilman next week on November 13th, Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock, at the Leone's Cafe in Tivoli Village, which is at Alta and Fort Apache. Inviting everyone to come join me and have a little coffee and chat about what's happening in Ward 2 around the rest of the city of Las Vegas. This is a event that I, well, blatantly stole from Ricky Barlow. Thank you, Councilman. We're doing a coffee with the councilman in Ward 2, blatant copying of
Well,
your activities.
I would love to take the credit, but I actually stole it from Coffee with the Mayor when Oscar, Mayor Goodman, was in the seat. So, but
Okay.
thank you. But I'll pass it on to him when I do.
Please do, please
Where
do.
did he steal it from?
An original in Ward 2 is Beers with Beers. We'll be doing Beers with Beers on November 29th. That's awfully long notice for that kind of event, but given that we aren't meeting again before then, I thought I'd mention it. That'll be at the Chicago Brewing Company at the Village Square Shopping Center at Sahara and Fort Apache at 5 o'clock till about 7. This is for people who don't like coffee. So come on down and join us. And then, of course, December 8th, the second Saturday of December, will be the annual Parade of Lights at the lakes, and it's really a wonderful event. If you've never been, even if you have, you know. There will be a boat parade trailing out on the lake with very well-lit boats. It's really quite beautiful, and I get to be the parade master or the drum major or something. It'll be fun. On December 8th, all afternoon, stuff for the kids to do at the lakes. And that's all we got.
Very good. Councilman Ross.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and council members. Since we're not meeting until December 5th, I want to announce first the Cowboy Christmas, our annual event at Tule Springs. Cowboy Christmas will be December 1st. It is free to the public. We will have a huge car show out there, and I've already talked to a lot of guys and gals that want to bring their cars and motorcycles out this year. We will have Santa Claus, so there will be some pictures taken with Santa Claus. We'll have the farmers market. Of course, we'll try to get the high school groups back out there to perform holiday music to get us all in the mood. Also, a wonderful thing happening at the Centennial Hills Community Center on Saturday, November 17th from 10 to 11 a.m. is a Save a Life training, compression-only CPR and AED training instructed by our own Las Vegas and Fire Rescue folks. This training is free. It only takes an hour to go through this program. Again, it's Saturday, November 17th, 10 to 11 a.m., Centennial Hills Community Center. It's an awesome, awesome class. It's great to see the men and women from Fire Rescue come in and start teaching folks throughout the city of Las Vegas, learning how to save a life, and it's already been effective in Ward 6 for some of the residents out there. Now, on a more serious note, we continue our partnership with the Nevada Child Seekers Program. Our missing juvenile for today, her name is Taylor Latrice Prince. Latrice Taylor, I'm sorry, she's 16 years old. She's a female. She's 5'5", has brown eyes, black hair, complexion is brown. She was last seen September 27th, and she has no upper teeth, and she likes to dress like a boy. Latrice was last seen in the area of Nellis Boulevard and Boulder Highway. It is not known what Latrice was last wearing, and she may be carrying a bag with her personal belongings. Again, her upper teeth are missing, and she has some scars over her 2 scars over her right knee. If you have any information about this young lady, please contact Nevada Child Seekers 702-458-7009 or the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department at 702-828-3111. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Councilman Ross. And I have 3 events I'd like to invite everyone to. Excuse me. The first one is a shredding event. It's free to the public. This is a great way to shred your personal documents so you are not a victim of identity theft, especially when you have quite a few documents to shred. And all the documents are sold by Opportunity Village as recycled paper to help their particular mission. The shredding event will be held Saturday, November 10th from 10 a.m. to noon. It'll be in the corporate Centennial Center across the street from the Painted Desert Golf Course at 5550 Painted Mirage. It's free to the public. I'll be out there, and again, it's November 10th, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, across the street from the Painted Desert Golf Course. Please come out. Second event is a Lone Mountain Trail and Bunker Park cleanup project. We're getting quite a few folks to come out on that particular morning and help us clean up the Lone Mountain Trail as well as Bunker Park and make it a great place to walk your dog and walk your kids and have a nice park experience. That will be November 17th at 9 a.m. to noon. It's at Wayne Bunker Family Park at 7351 West Alexander. We'll be working with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters, the Meadows 7th Ward LDS Church, and the Outside Las Vegas Foundation, as well as members of the City of Las Vegas. So again, November 17th, 9 a.m. to noon at Wayne Bunker Family Park. And then the third item is the Ward 4 holiday movie in the park. Actually, this is, we usually hold it in the park, but this time we're going to hold it at the Durango Hills YMCA at Durango and Gowan. It's November 30th, 6:30 p.m., Durango Hills YMCA at 3521 North Durango. We're going to have a free movie to start with. That's the original Grinch movie. It's open to everyone. It's free to the public. You can get your picture taken with the Grinch. We'll have free hot chocolate, candy canes, popcorn, cookies. We're going to raffle off some really neat prizes. And again, it's a great way to get ready for the Christmas and holiday seasons. And that's all I have. And as was mentioned, this is the only meeting we're having in November. Our next meeting will be December 5th. So have a great Thanksgiving, and the meeting is adjourned.